Here we go. Adding street lights. What you're going to do, watch this carefully, okay? What you're going to do, mark, like figure out on your sidewalk how far up you want those street lights to come. All right. I would actually mark the first one in and just mark a little pole. Okay, so you had the top and the bottom of it. All of your street lights have to line up to the right vanishing point if it's going towards the right. So what you're going to do is then line up your ruler with the bottom of the pole, mark a dot at the bottom however far apart you want them. Okay. Then you're going to do the same thing. Turn your ruler over, line it up with the top of that pole, going straight up above. You're going to mark where the top of those poles are going to be. And mark the lines, connect the two, so they'll be at the right height as they go back in space. Now that would be your pole. Then you can add, if let's say I want this pole swinging over this way, okay, I'm going to mark a curve in and I'm going to mark my light on. Okay, I'm going to make a hanging light. Do not do that right now. Again, I've got to do the same thing. I've got to line up the bottom of where that light bulb is. And I'm going to come forward and I'm going to mark them and I'm going to try and make them look right with each pole that I put in so that I can come in and mark these shapes on. You should all be in your seats. Nope. And then I'm going to mark my curve on for each one. It'll be a shorter curve because it's going back in space. Then they look like they're going back correctly. But the tops and the bottoms of them, the tops and the bottoms of the poles, if you want to thicken the pole at that point, you can. You can give it a base if you'd like. Okay? The top and the bottoms of the poles have to line up with the vanishing points. And where the lights are have to line up to the correct vanishing point. If the street lights are on the right-hand side, it's going to line up with the right vanishing point. If they're on the left-hand side, it's going to line up with the left vanishing point. All right? That's the same thing if you wanted to add parking meters, if you want to add lights onto a building. Let's say you wanted to project lights actually coming off. Okay? Jamar, you asked this before, and I'm going to show you an even fancier way of doing it. If I want my lights actually hanging off my building, the top and bottom, if my lights were coming off the building, the extension, Jameer, I'm sorry, the extension would be, I did?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right. No, it's fine. The extension's coming off. There's not a reason to interrupt right now. The top and bottom, all right, are going to line up with the left vanishing point since it's on the right side, and you're basically extending out. The lights, okay, where you'd mark those, will line up with the right side. So I can have pieces coming off and create lights coming off here. And literally have lights that are shining down from my building. Okay? If you want to create flat lights on there and just keep it simple, if they're on the right side of the building, you can just create, you know, them flat on the building, and you're just going to line them up with the right vanishing point and the left side with the left vanishing point.